This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening, all. I'm Shoshina Roll. As always, it is so great to have you with us. Topping news, it's an issue that is causing heated discussions wherever you turn. It's the apparent delay in the timely processing of passports at what many are calling the peak of the travel season. Tonight, the Minister for Foreign Affairs says his ministry has implemented a contingency plan to deal with this demand. There are 1,500 outstanding passports for the island of Grand Bahama, and with the busy summer season, there are many relying on this vital document to travel for vacation. The Minister of Foreign Affairs and Immigration, Fred Mitchell, says there are several reasons why the office has been experiencing the delays.
First, this is the summertime, and so there's a greater demand with people traveling. And secondly, there's a deadline which is looming in November of this year when the handwritten passports will no longer be accepted at the border for passage into another country. And so everybody should have an electronic passport by November of this year. And the date we're using is the 15th of November. So there's been a lot of demand. Plus, the passports of minors only last for 5 years. So there's a turnover which happens more rapidly with children.
He adds that there has also been some miscommunication as to the cost of obtaining a passport.
The fee for passports remains $50. So if you are able to plan your trip in advance and you have 12 weeks, now is the time to put the request in for the passport. And the normal fee is $50. The waiting time is approximately 12 weeks. And that is longer, certainly, than we would have liked, because it's up from 6 weeks, which was just last year. We were trying to do 6 weeks.
He notes that if a person is seeking to obtain a passport within 48 hours, then there is an additional fee.
The fee is $200. I gather there may be some confusion in Grand Bahama that people think that the passport fee itself has gone up to $200. That's not the case. The fee for a passport is $50. But if you wish or require it within 48 hours, there's an additional fee of $200.
He says the $200 fee had to be imposed for a number of reasons, mainly the fact that persons are not checking to ensure the validity of passports.
First, when you're planning the trip, in addition to securing a ticket and your reservations for a hotel, one of the prudent things to do would be to check your passport to see whether the passport is still live or not. And if it isn't, then you need to plan your trip accordingly. So that's important. Secondly, this $200 fee is also applicable where you have lost 2 passports within a year. We found, particularly in our consulates overseas, that there are chronic losers of passports. And this usually happens, particularly in the South Florida area.
The minister adds that while this may be a hectic time, he is asking the public not to abuse the employees at the passport office, while noting that he is also looking into the customer service, or lack thereof, at the passport office. In other news, we have reaction to the government's decision to put in place an interim 6-month extension for those provisions in the Hawksbill Creek agreement that are set to expire on August 4th. While Grand Bahama Port Authority expresses appreciation for the decision, views from the public are mixed. Italia Hall has the story.
The Hawksbill Creek Agreement allows residents of Freeport and licensees in the port area exemption from certain taxes, namely on business license fees and real property tax. However, part of this agreement will expire on August 4th. But the nation's leader now says these provisions will be extended for 6 months. A special review committee headed by Dr. Marcus Bethel was selected to compile the views of the public on the matter, and the Prime Minister says more time is required as well to complete this vital exercise. The Prime Minister says there is still a great deal for the government to digest and consider before settling the longer way forward based on the study by the consultants and more especially the report from the committee. Residents of Grand Bahama had mixed views on this decision. Many say the committee should have been selected a long time ago to deal with this matter.
It should not have been extended. The government knew the deadline, so they should have dealt with it.
I don't have any difficulty with the extension because I certainly believe that before any decision is made in relation to Grand Bahama, we need careful, thought out consideration.
And what investor will come to Freeport not knowing what's going to happen in August? I thought that this could have been sorted out probably 12 months ago.
The extension is probably a good thing. It gives them more time to evaluate all of the issues. We could have probably started this dialogue a little earlier, but we know how things go. So the extension gives everybody a little more breathing room.
It's a good idea for further review, for further consultation, to see the way forward.
While many had mixed views on the topic, Bahamians believe the provisions in question have been beneficial to the city of Freeport.
The ability to charge real property tax is a huge concern for Freeport people because we already pay, I wouldn't say a tax, but we pay a service charge. So, for us it's going to be an additional expense.
We pay a lot of taxes, and it's important, especially in this type of economy, that we don't get taxed anymore.
As we are advertising Grand Bahama as a free trade agreement, it's not good to change that at the present time because Grand Bahama has really went through a lot in the last 10 years and we need the boost to continue for us to survive.
Some say they are hoping for the best result in the end.
The government has promised that, and this is in the agreements, that nothing will be passed that will be less beneficial or that the people in Grand Bahama will not have, there will be less beneficial to the people in Grand Bahama after the expiration of the agreement.
I'm hoping, obviously, they're going to extend it because we're not doing very well now. If you take that away from us as well, what are we offering in Freeport?
Italia Hall, ZNS Network News.
A 46-year-old man of Coral Gardens is dead following a shooting incident in Caraval Beach last night. According to police, officers were called to that scene shortly after 11 p.m. where they met a man suffering from multiple gunshot wounds about the body. EMS personnel were called to the scene and the victim was transported to the Rand Memorial Hospital where he succumbed to his injuries shortly before 3 o'clock this morning. Now, police are actively investigating this matter and are appealing to anyone with any information that can assist to contact the Central Detective Unit at telephone numbers 350-3107 through 12, 911-919, or call the nearest police station. And police in Grand Bahama are searching for 28-year-old Prince McNeil Dean, aka Lobo of Sergeant Major Road, Freeport, Grand Bahama, and Roses, Long Island. He is wanted for stealing, causing damage, and possession of dangerous drugs with the intent to supply. He is described as standing at 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing about 150 to 160 pounds, medium brown complexion, and slim build. Police say he is considered armed and extremely dangerous and should be approached with caution if seen. Now, if you have any information on the whereabouts of Prince McNeil Dean, you should contact the Central Detective Unit at 350-3107 through 12, Police Emergency Line 919 or 911, or call your nearest police station. And Reach Out Ministry helping to guide young people away from the temptation of crime and negative behavior. Each year, the program organizes a trip to the nation's capital so youngsters can get a real view of prison life. As Italia Hall tells us, this experience is making a difference.
Abusing drugs, bad choice. Disrespecting your parents, bad choice. Failing in school, bad choice. And one man is determined to ensure that young men steer clear of these bad decisions. 25 young men were a part of the annual Scare Straight trip to New Providence that allows them to take a look at life behind bars. Founder of the program, Dudley Sade, says he wanted the young men to have a clear understanding of what can happen when you make bad choices.
Every year I go, it wakes me up to see 6 and 7 young men just wasting their time in those cells. So my message out there to those young boys, and that's why I always take these young men to visit a Majesty's prison. Make good decisions. I have a son in prison, so it's real personal to me that I don't want no young man in Grand Bahama or anywhere in the Bahamas to go into Majesty's prison.
Sade says it was an eye-opening experience for the group.
You can see tears at some of the young boys' eyes when they saw the slush bucket, and one of the wardens allowed them to smell it, and all of them was holding their stomach to see how, how that smell was. It was stench in there. But like I would say, if we save one of those young boys from going to the prison, I think the scare spray program is worth it.
Participants in the program, Mateo King and Vance Bard, shared their personal experiences.
The people who I saw, and I saw a couple of my friends, and I was sad to see that they was in there, and it hurt me because there's some of the people who I grew up with, and to see they went their way and I went a different way. And thank God.
When we gone in there, I saw my brother. I started to cry, and then he told me, "Say, don't cry, keep your head up. Stay focused. You see where he is? Don't follow my footsteps."
They both added that the program has been very beneficial and provided some advice to others.
It me a lot. It changed my life. It keep me from that prison, and I just pray that I stay with the program and I won't end up there.
My advice to you is turn your life around, because that isn't a place to be. It isn't a good side. It isn't a good place to be right now. Never. Turn your life around and just give your life to Christ or whatever.
Italia Hall, ZNS Network News.
Stay with us, the Bahamas Tonight. The Northern Edition continues right after this.
Bringing news that matters to you. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition.
Welcome back. The Grandmama Children's Home benefiting from a major upgrade. Joan Davis Roll fills us in.
A haven for children who, through no fault of theirs, have become orphans, getting some special attention from a leading company. Bahamas Striping is demonstrating its mission of being a good corporate citizen by improving the entrance area of the Grand Bahama Children's Home. President and CEO Otario Mitchell says the company, which has been in existence for 5 years, has been demonstrating that it is more blessed to give than to receive.
When we came in to meet with the charities, we came and met with the executive here at the Grand Bahama Children's Home, and upon exiting the facility, upon arriving on accident, we noticed that the parking lot didn't have no stripe in the parking lot. So what we decided to do was we're going to come in like today and put the marking down, put the arrows in, and put the no parking stencils in, and that's what we're doing now.
Mitchell says the Grand Bahama Children's Home is among other entities on Grand Bahama that his company is partnering with on this northern island.
We decided to come down here in Grand Bahama. We definitely selected them along with the Grand Bahama Humane Society, because one of the things about our Dollar a Cook promotion is that we always like to have an animal charity involved, a children's charity involved, and in Grand Bahama we actually selected Rotary to be a part of the charity, because Rotary is the organization that reaches many. So we decided to go to Rotary as well. But giving back has always been a core philosophy of my company ever since we got started. And as you receive, it's only right to give.
Children's Home Committee member Karen Smith says officials at the home are thrilled about the transformation and the support this company has given this facility.
Improvements to the building, the parking lot, the things that the details that people don't really think about that actually cost, to have someone come in and offer their services to do that for us, to stripe the parking lot, to put down the arrows, to put down the no parking, those things go a long way, and it adds to the aesthetic of the home, makes it a comfortable environment for the children, something beautiful to live in and look at. And when visitors come, the first thing they say is, "Wow, you guys are really doing a good job here." But of course, we're not doing it on our own. We're doing it with the support of the community and companies like Bahamas Striping.
Bahamas Striping officials are calling on all individuals to get involved in this worthy cause. Reporting for ZNS Network News, I'm Joan Davis Roll.
Well, it has become the biggest hair show on Grand Bahama, and this weekend hundreds will gather to see local stylists put their creativity on display. Organizers say this show has grown over the years, and come Sunday, Hair Evolution will come alive once again. It's a show about the latest trends when it comes to everything hair, as beauticians on the island network to give Grand Bahamians a night to remember. KK and Rico Nesbitt are among the top stylists on Grand Bahama, and they're excited about this year's hair show dubbed Hair Evolution. Many local beauticians are set to take part in the show, and they believe this night of beauty gives them the opportunity to put their work and creativity on a grand stage.
Our whole objective is basically for you to be inspired, for you to be entertained at the same time, for you to walk away with something different, actually, a different experience. You'll see everyday hairstyle, you'll see some fantasy pieces. Basically, that's the part with fantasy is sort of out of the box. There's not everyday hair, but you would definitely see everyday hair also.
Owner of Stitch Beauty Salon, better known as KK, says Grand Bahamians will not just be entertained, but also educated on this night of beauty as they embrace the evolution of hair.
Every year we always have a theme. This year it's expression. And we change our venue because last time we were sold out. So this time we wanted a bigger venue so everyone could be able to attend and be inspired. We keep it going because everyone needs update, everyone needs fashion, ladies always having their hair done, and this is just to inspire us, just to give us a fresh look for the summer, and winter is on its way, so we just want to just give it just a fresh take and a fresh look.
And not just those interested in the treatment, styling, and hair care will take to the stage. Many vendors have also signed up to be a part of Hair Evolution. And corporate sponsors like New Image Beauty Supply have also shown support to an event they believe will help to spur creativity among local stylists. Organizers say they are also happy to announce that an international artist will also provide a demonstration.
We have a celebrity stylist. Her name is Trina from Styling Crazy in Atlanta, and she's going to be doing a live demonstration. So it's really going to be exciting for all to watch.
Hair Evolution is set for this Sunday at the Grand Lucine Resort, beginning at 7 p.m. And now it's time to Ask the Doctor.
This is Ask the Doctor. I'm Dr. Monique Pratt. Welcome. YL from Freeport sent this question. I had my annual checkup and my doctor told me that my liver tests were abnormal. She checked my blood for hepatitis and she told me that I had hepatitis C. How did I get this? Thank you for sharing this question, YL. Hepatitis C is a virus that primarily affects the liver. It can cause an acute infection or chronic infection and range in severity of symptoms from asymptomatic, in which the person may have no symptoms at all, mild illness lasting for several weeks, or the person can have severe infection in which the illness can last for several months. Hepatitis C is a blood-borne infection, and it is usually spread through needles and syringes. Blood transfusions in some countries where blood and blood products are not screened properly, or it can be transmitted by sexual contact. It is not spread through breast milk, food, water, or by casual contact such as hugging, kissing, and sharing food or drinks with an infected person. Following infection with hepatitis C, most patients are asymptomatic. However, those who have symptoms may experience fatigue, fevers, nausea, vomiting, abdominal pain, dark urine, jaundice or yellowing of the whites of the eyes and skin in persons of lighter complexion, and a decreased appetite. In some cases, persons with hepatitis C may develop liver cancer and cirrhosis. Unfortunately, most patients don't find out that they have the virus until they develop such complications. Therefore, early diagnosis and receiving treatment is critical. Most patients will need treatment with antiretroviral medications, which are available and can cure hepatitis C, which is the goal. If you have questions concerning abnormal blood test results and need more information, please email askthedrbahamas@gmail.com. I'm Dr. Monique Pratt, and this has been Ask the Doctor.
And of course, be sure to check out the first Seagrape Homecoming Friday, July 31st through Sunday, August 2nd on the main road in Seagrape, 8 Mile Walk. Stay with us. Ricardo Liborn has a check on sports when we return.
Everybody, and welcome to Sports with Ricardo Liborn. Let's get right to it. The Grand Bahama Flag Football League Championships was played at the Grand Bahama Sports Complex. The ladies had a pretty good season. A capacity crowd on hand at the Plex for the flag football finals. The Police Lady Enforcers and the Piranhas of Container Port on the field and on the line the ladies' title. Well, this was a dandy of a game with neither team giving any ground. A tie ball game 7-7 after regulation. Get ready for overtime, Piranhas. Lady Enforcers, we've got OT. The Lady Enforcers with the pigskin first and went to work using the ground game. Their speed on the edges proved positive. Using the option play, the Lady Enforcers then in turn found a seam in the Piranhas defense. The result, a touchdown, 13-7, Enforcers is up. The Lady Enforcers opted to go for the 2-point conversion and found a receiver open, but she's out of bounds, called by the official. The Piranhas with the ball and went to the air game. Simmons found a seam in Lady Enforcers defense. Watched the catch by the tight end. That's a touchdown and a momentum now in the ball game. Container Port Piranhas played percentage ball and went to the 1-point conversion. It splits the uprights, and that's your game. 14-13, Freeport Container Port. The win was special for the Piranhas, says coaches and players Stafford Aubrey and Tremaine Simmons.
Words can't explain it right now, but this is our second repeat. We was champion last year. We come back and do it again. We settled from the start that we was coming back here and we was going to win it. And these girls, they said to me that, hey, coach, they're gonna bring it home, and they surely did.
Coming into the playoffs, like my coach said, we finished third. Sometimes, to be honest, I don't understand his madness, but somehow it always ends up working.
And congratulations to the Piranhas. Well, the West Grand Bahama Basketball League is rolling right along, folks. Our Kimberly Mullings traveled to Pinedale Lake Rock to get some info on the league.
So far, there are 4 junior teams and 8 senior teams participating in the West Grand Bahama Basketball League. Coordinator Ross Burrows says he's pleased to have the community involved in something positive.
The league is exciting, it's competitive. We have players from teams from the area of Jonestown, Honey Hill, a couple of teams from the Pinedale, and we have a team from Jonestown called Backyard Hustlers. To keep the young guys off the street is something I always envision, because I was once on the street also. So there's a good vision what I have going on. Hope to continue.
Jonestown Gunners coach player Mario Mott says he's enjoying the league so far and is sure that there's a lot of talent in the West.
I think it's a great thing. I want to comment Ross Burrows for doing it, because he brought a lot of young at-risk players together to come and play and be a part of something good. It impressed me, and it's a big improvement because this community really needs it. And he bringing not just only this community together, but the community of 8 Mile Rock. For the other teams, I'm sorry, but get your A game together, come out and make sure you bring your supporting fans and let's play.
Another player, Cedric Delancey with the Pinedale Soldiers, says he's glad the league has brought the community together.
The league so far has been very competitive. We have different teams coming from different communities in 8 Mile Rock, and we're just trying to get more people to come out and support us so it could be a better function to keep everybody out of trouble. The competition level has been pretty high out here. It's a lot of talks from everybody, having a little smart mouth, but it's been really fun.
Be sure to go on out and support the players nightly on the community parks. Kimberly Mullings, ZNS Soul Sports.
And also don't forget also that the Express Food Mart softball tournament will start tonight. They're going to be at the Amera Baseball Stadium. 2 teams from Tampa, which is called Tampa Softball, and the What the Duck will play this weekend. It'll wrap up on Sunday. Let's look at your sports tonight.